Hey YouTube guys and YouTube gals, it's me, Magnum, over at Guns and Cars with 2 Z's, if you please. It's almost dinner time, and I'm going to be putting some chicken breasts on the grill. So I wanted to show you those before we get started, and at the same time, Mrs. Magnum was working on a little bit of Brussels sprouts. So that'll all come together in a few minutes. So let's head outside. I think the fire is just about ready. Okay, our coals are ready, nice and warm. We've got our chicken breast all seasoned up. A little bit of sea salt, some grilling grind that I put on here, a little bit of fresh ground pepper. So we're ready to put those on. I'm going to let this heat up a little bit so it'll leave some grill marks on it. While we're doing this, I wanted to give you a little story about Hillary Clinton. I was reading an article last night about her and her history as far as being a huge liar. This particular article was written to describe the part of what she did during the Watergate hearings when she was a staffer on the House Judiciary Committee. Apparently she wanted to prevent Nixon from getting any type of counsel and said that counsel was not allowed during an impeachment. Well, one of her teammates said that's not exactly true. It's not common, but there was a precedent set in a case in 1970, and I can't recall the defendant in that case, but it was an impeachment trial and or an impeachment process, and the impeachment or whatever they're called got a lawyer, and no one threw it out. So it pretty much set a precedent that counsel is allowed during the impeachment process. Well, the person told Hillary also that there was a file on that case in the Judiciary Library. Hillary went to the library and found the file, removed it from the library, took it back to her office, and her office was secure, so she could lock it and the public didn't have access. And she might have shredded it, I don't know. I kind of think that she did some shredding right after Vince Foster's demise, but that's a different story. Anyway, then she wrote her brief saying that counsel was not allowed in an impeachment trial and that there was no precedent for it being allowed, and basically lied through her teeth, thinking ignorantly that just because she had the file tucked away in her office or shredded into her wastebasket, that the case never occurred. So that goes to show you how bright she is. And of course, we had the Whitewater hearings, and then the time that she was under fire, supposedly under enemy fire, which never occurred, and then now the Benghazi situation, where what difference does it make? Anyway, that's a quick brief story about Hillary. So if you want to go to the internet and find that, just look up Hillary Clinton. Actually, it was Hillary Rodham at that time, Watergate, and you should find the article that I found in there. It's pretty well written, very long, lengthy, got a lot of information on it. So we're going to let these cook a little bit, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we've given the chicken breasts a turn, and they're looking good. One thing I forgot to mention on the Hillary Rodham story earlier is that the author of this article said that Hillary never presented that brief because had she done so, she would have been disbarred immediately. Unfortunately for the rest of us, but to her good fortune. Anyway, we're going to let these cook a little bit longer and I'll get back with you. Okay, the shadows are getting a little longer. It's about 7:15 here in Kansas City. The chicken is just about done, and I wanted to tell you, if you enjoy videos about cooking, you need to check out a couple of channels. Ms. Bomey is one, and I'll put a link down below. The other one is Ammo Head, and you really need to check that guy's channel out. He comes up with the most creative creations. I usually watch his videos about midnight or so, and damn, by the time I get through watching it, I am really hungry because his stuff looks really good. Of course, Miss Bomey's stuff looks good too. And I'm not going to talk anymore about Miss Bomey's stuff. So, anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to let you go at this point and take these inside and chow down. So, until I speak with you again, and even after that, you stay safe.